but I want to be careful about what I use the word, like to be
Right,
technical.
absolutely.
The word is an evocative word, and it
Sure.
could be scary and so on. Something like happened in the 1930s. So just to repeat, 1929 to 1932, there was a fall in the economy and a very double-digit unemployment rates and a magnitude of fall in the economy like about 10%.
Do I think we're in that? Yes. How was that dealt with? 1933. What they did is they printed a lot of money. And the government came out with the same type of programs that we're having now. Yes. Okay. Same thing. Zero interest rates hit zero. Same thing. Okay. Same dynamics. And then there is that money causes an expansion from that point. How long does it take for the stock market to exceed its highs? Or how long does it take for the economy to exceed its former highs? A long time. Okay. Do I think that's what we're in? Yes, that's what we're in. We've seen that happen repeatedly in history. So many, many times. It's just the most recent one.
Debt swings occur in two big cycles. One takes about 5 to 8 years, and the other takes about 75 to 100 years. This is the long-term debt peak. Debt burdens have simply become.
We're now at one of those defining moments that I've seen repeatedly. The 1930 to 45 period, if you go back in history, there's nothing new to this. And it's a defining moment.
I've never seen anything like this announced in a single day. The Fed will buy up to $600 billion in loans through its Main Street lending facility.
The last time the Fed offered such a direct lending program like this, it was 1934.
You're old enough
You bet.
to have known a lot about that generation. Do you think this is going to be something like that?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
The magnitude of what's happened in just a short period of time, 90 or so days in this state. Unemployment numbers that when new numbers come in will be north of 20%, getting closer to 22, 3, 4, 5%, very, very likely. And so the challenge is enormous. And this challenge is one that's not only presented to us here in the state of California, but it's a challenge that will be felt all across the United States, and for that matter, around the rest of the world.
All the indiscriminate loans they're pouring out, which they kind of have to save things here. So again, stock market's definitely underestimating this, but it's got a lot of stimulus behind it. And the markets, still on crack, and they're acting like they're on crack. So this rebound is actually very similar to what happens. First sharp crash near 40%. You get a rebound that retraces usually at least 50% and fast. Most of those gains are made in the first couple of weeks. And that's what's happened here. And then the rally gets choppy and lasts for maybe 3, 4, 5 months. But most of the gains made right off. The difference in this one, the gains are high.
I mean, interest rates are like gravity in valuations. I mean, if interest rates are nothing, values can be almost infinite. If interest rates are extremely high, that's a huge gravitational pull on values.
We reflected on the fact that this state over the last 5 years has enjoyed 3.8% annual GDP growth, substantially outperforming the rest of the nation. In so many ways in the last 5 or 6 years, we've really become the tentpole of the American economy in terms of job creation, in terms of economic output, not only reflected in those GDP numbers, but the consecutive months of net job growth. We had record low unemployment.
The images alarming Californians. In LA, the homeless on places like the Hollywood Walk of Fame and along the iconic Venice Boardwalk.
Any and everywhere you go, in and out of stores, homeless, homeless, homeless.
What was once largely confined to the city's notorious Skid Row can now be seen all across Los Angeles.
Still on crack, and they're acting like they're on crack.